The Biden administration releasing its $2 trillion American Jobs Plan this week, prompting new concerns about government spending, in addition to the growing concerns over the migrant surge at the southern border. Our political panel is here to weigh in on both of these key issues. GOP strategist and C3 Solutions co-founder and partner John Hart, and Fox News contributor and radio show host Richard Fowler. Gentlemen, thank you so much for being here on this Saturday. Richard, I'm going to begin with you because earlier in this hour, I spoke with Congresswoman Dina Titus, Democrat out of Nevada, and she said that infrastructure is no longer roads and bridges. And to make that point even further, we'll put up a little bit of some details here from the spending plan. You have $400 billion for affordable home or community-based care for elderly and people with disabilities, $500 billion for National Science Foundation, $46 billion in federal buying power for green energy initiatives, $35 billion to develop climate solutions, $30 billion to spur innovation in rural areas. Richard, my question is, does the Biden-Harris administration get itself into trouble at this early stage in their administration by redefining something like infrastructure?
Well, thanks for having me, Alicia, and happy Easter to you and your family and to everybody watching this afternoon. I think when you look at this plan that the president has put out, this is a proposal. And what happens in these proposals, they go to Capitol Hill and then we work out the soup and nuts of what actually gets done here. And the reason why Joe Biden and Kamala Harris are rewriting what infrastructure means is because after COVID-19, as we make our way out of this global pandemic, what this global pandemic has laid bare is the actual implications and the actual problems that exist in America, right? We have a failing healthcare system. When you have a healthcare system that can't take care of 1% of the population, we need to fix that. We have roads that have been failing for decades. We need to fix that. We now know as schools are starting to reopen that many of our schools were built in the 1950s and 60s and don't have adequate ventilation and don't have the best technology for our students and our communities to get the best things they need. And so what the president is trying to do here is hopefully create a plan and a proposal that will spur action in Congress to figure out how we bring America into the modern age.
John, what's your response here? Because it feels like there's an ever-growing list of items that fall under the term infrastructure.
Well, Alicia, it's great to be on it. And to that point, I would say that, Joe Biden is taking a big risk and a big gamble with this plan. I think what we saw with the stimulus before this and also this plan is that Democrats are as interested in transforming our nation's social and political infrastructure as they are our physical infrastructure, our roads and bridges. And, they have unrelated items like tax increases, there's funding for health care, and there are ways to have these debates. And the reality is, Republicans are more than ready to support significant investments in infrastructure, particularly roads and bridges. Marsha Blackburn has a bill that's an alternative that would prevent tax increases, but even includes some investments in green technology. And I think there's a lot of conservatives who would support that, but we have to pay for it. We should recycle government waste, not create more. And all this new spending creates a drag effect on the economy. So that's an incredible risk that the Biden administration is completely downplaying. There's a risk of tax increases. There's a risk of adding debt. There's a risk of inflation. And again, it's a big gamble. But the existential crisis that Democrats are really worried about is not the natural climate. It's the political climate. They're worried that if they don't ram through as much socialism as they can in the next 2 years, they're going to lose the midterm elections and the opportunity to again reshape the nation's infrastructure in ways that go way beyond roads and bridges.
Richard, I see you're disagreeing there just from watching you, but I also am wondering, with so much that falls under this bill, this spending plan, what doesn't fall under it is the crisis at the border. They're moving children around this country right now. Should we be doing that in this bill?
So a couple things. First, I think the idea that repairing the 20,000 miles of American roads and our bridges that are collapsing is socialist is a little bit crazy, right? I think most Americans can agree that America really has to spend some time investing in America, building roads and bridges here instead of in Afghanistan and Iraq, where the price tag was ridiculous, and Republicans supported that, right? So when we're having a conversation about the deficit and about inflation, I think it's worth remembering that under the 4 years of Donald Trump and under the 8 years of George W. Bush, Republicans had no problem running up the national credit card. But when it comes to investing in the American people, rebuilding our schools, rebuilding our hospitals, getting more nurses out there, investing in historically black colleges and universities, they somehow now have a problem with deficit spending. But to your point on how we deal with the border, I think it's worth pointing out that the border, we've had a problem on this border for decades. And now more than ever, beyond the president acting, it's time for Congress to also act. Because while our roads and bridges need to be modernized, Alicia, so does our immigration policy. America's immigration policy has been put together by duct tape and super glue from 1980s laws, and we need 2021 laws to fix America's current immigration crisis.
And John, I hate to do this. I'm being given a hard rap right now. We're out of time. I know you have many thoughts on this one, but I have to leave it there and thank you both.
Thanks.
Thank you.